Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. I'm going to start off by giving you an overview of this tragic topic here, but then I will skim read through the full article to make sure that we give you all of the correct and important information. There's a link in the description. As I say, it is a tragic situation. It involves the murder of these two little children here. The girl is Laurel Belval, 5 years of age. The boy, Jeffrey Belval, 3 years of age. Both killed allegedly at the hands of the mother, who faces first-degree murder charges. This happened in Florida, and the mother's name is Odette Jo Saint, 41 years of age. So as the article tells us, a Florida woman is facing first-degree murder charges for the deaths of her son and daughter, who were reportedly found strangled at their home on Tuesday. Police found both Laurel Belval, 5 years of age, and Jeffrey Belval, 3 years of age, dead at their Little River home after their mother, Odette Jo Saint, told responding officers, "Come get them, I don't want them anymore." Come get them, I don't want them anymore, she said to the officers after having killed them. The mother allegedly confessed to strangling both of her two children with a red ribbon after tying them to one another by their necks, legs, and arms. So she hog-tied them and then strangled them both to death. Miami fire officials said that someone called 911 multiple times on Tuesday night but hung up repeatedly. Responding officers reportedly found both Jeffrey, the 3-year-old boy, and Laurel Bevel, the 5-year-old girl, hog-tied and lying face down on a bed at the home. The officers tried to revive the pair but were unsuccessful. Miami police spokesperson Michael Vega said that the mother was irate and appeared to be experiencing a mental health crisis. At some point, she also told cops that she was having financial issues. Police wrote that the mother said her kids were suffering and that they would suffer less if they were dead. The article goes through a little bit of information which I'll largely skip over, but it tells us about the children's father. His name is Francie Belval. Seemingly they were separated and the two children lived with the mother full time. And seemingly the father of the two deceased children has described the mother as being mentally ill, and he refused to allow the mother to return back to live with him, simply saying that you are crazy, you create too much problems. In addition to that, the article tells us that a woman who seems to be a friend of the family or such claims to be the children's godmother, and she too has said that the mother suffers from mental health issues, and that this lady, the godmother to the children, had begged the mother to allow her to adopt the kids if the mother felt overwhelmed. So this angel of a woman, I'll say, she did the right thing. She reached out to the mother as best she could, I imagine, and gave, the ultimate offer of accepting the two children in, if the mother felt that she wasn't able to cope. And I applaud that action. So unfortunately, the mother didn't pay heed to that offer and instead took the lives of both children in this tragedy. An autopsy report is pending, and the mother remains jailed without bond. There are question marks as to whether or not the Department of Children and Families ought to have more involvement in this case, and perhaps an investigation will be taking place in that regard. And the article also tells us that there has been issues with the father. The father has a criminal track record to some extent. There seems to have been some level of domestic abuse. Again, the mother and the father have separated, but when they were together, there seems to have been ongoing issues, including violence. although not railed at the children, apparently just between the mother and the father. And the article also tells us that police have been called to the home where the mother and the two children lived multiple times for trespassing, disturbances, and domestic violence. And that this situation, which again occurred on Tuesday, was the first issue in regards to the children. So really, that's pretty much the full article that I've gone through there. As I say, there's a little bit more information as to the background of the father, but I don't feel the need to go through that. So I'll wrap things up here. Of course, condolences to the father. Condolences to the father, even if he does have a history, even if he has been violent towards the mother in the past. He did not do this, and seemingly he did not abuse the children. And seemingly the mother's mental health issue was such that he couldn't cope with having to deal with her, essentially, which has had tragic consequences, but I don't think it would be appropriate to blame the father myself. And it really is tragic consequences. The girl, 5 years of age, Laura Belval, the boy, Jeffrey Belval, 3 years of age, killed in such a horrific way, tied up, hog-tied by their own mother. How scary, how scared they must have been, and then strangled again by their own mother, who I would say, based on what the father has said, based on what the investigators, the responders have said, based on what the children's godmother has said, she seems to be clearly, I don't know if insane is the right word, but she seems to be a clear victim of mental health issues. At this point, I'm just going to give you my opinion, and feel free to disagree, feel free to correct me, or to provide your understanding. I'm more than interested, even if you have very much a contrary view. I normally get extremely angry. I mean, I am angry, but I normally get extremely angry at the culprit, at the murderer, at the child murderer in these situations. But my anger is quite heavily tempered when I feel that there is legitimate reason to argue that there are mental health issues, significant mental health issues at play. I do feel that mental health issues can be used as a crutch, as an excuse. But to me personally, we do know that severe mental health issues do exist, schizophrenia, bipolar, whatever they happen to be. I'm no expert by any means. But I can only think that so a mother couldn't be in their right mind to be able to do this to their own two children with their own hands. Strangulation, I presume, with their hands. That it was a ribbon to tie them up, to hog tie them both together. But they were killed through strangulation. I mean, I can only think that they're mentally ill, they're sick in the head, that they're not themselves. That's all I can think. I don't mean that as a complete excuse. I don't mean that to suggest that the mother shouldn't get anything less than severe punishment, even if that happened to be the death penalty or life imprisonment. But I guess my anger is tempered. I guess perhaps I'm thinking to myself, this is not outright evil that we see in some cases. This is something other than that. What it is, I don't quite know, but someone whose brain was not their own. Am I being too weak? Am I being too weak here? What am I getting wrong? Again, feel free to express your view on the subject. Do you feel more sympathy when there is a clear case of mental health at play? Or do you just think the same thing? Doesn't matter. The same end result. The culprit is equally evil. Not sure, so I'm interested in your point of view. But in any case, I'll wrap things up here. I'm going to carry on making videos, certainly multiple videos every week, possibly multiple videos every day, but I'll be taking breaks here and there. So if you do like this type of content, please do stick around, show a bit of encouragement, like, comment, subscribe, share the videos as you see fit, and I'll thank you very much for your time.